their shared love of cars forged a bond that was broken in a deadly crash. This morning, friends and family remember the 3 lives lost in last month's crash on Interstate 229. Plus, vacationers in the Black Hills have a new option for camping out. How a resort in Custer is branching out with tree houses. Good morning. This is KELOLAND On The Go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your Sunday. We also have your boredom busters coming up, but first, our top story. People in a small town on the Pine Ridge Reservation are returning to their homes this morning after being evacuated by a weekend wildfire. The fire, estimated between 450 and 500 acres, is burning north of the town of Calico, South Dakota. Authorities issued an evacuation order earlier Saturday for Calico residents, but that order was lifted overnight. More firefighters and equipment are expected on the scene today to relieve crews that have been battling that fire. Authorities in Pennington County have identified the person found in a burned vehicle south of Rapid City. First responders discovered the body following a report of a fire in a remote area near Rockerville Thursday night. Investigators say the incident is a non-criminal matter and that no foul play is suspected. They are not releasing the name of the person. 2 residents of a nursing home in northeast South Dakota who tested positive for COVID-19 have died. All residents of the Good Samaritan Society Dual County, located in Clear Lake, are vaccinated, but 6 others have tested positive and are quarantining with mild to no symptoms. The Vice President of Nursing and Clinical Services says the vaccine will continue to save lives. Friends and relatives of the 3 young people who died in a crash on Interstate 229 gathered last night to remember the lives lost too soon. They hosted a memorial drive through Sioux Falls that included driving past the site of the crash that killed Sean Mork, Brianne Gaffin, and Callie Johnson on July 22nd.
I don't want to remember the tragedy of how they left, but I want to remember the smiles that they gave me, the kindness that they gave every last one of us, because it was more than them just being nice people. They were being friendly to their family. The car community is our family, and they were a part of that.
Investigators say the 3 people died when their car left the road, hit a tree, and caught fire. Let's get our first look at the forecast now. And meteorologist Adam Root in the Storm Center. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Perry, and good morning, everybody. It's a nice start to the day out there in terms of temperatures, but we are starting to see some of that smoke already come back into the picture. Here's a view downtown, 64 with a north wind at 9 miles per hour. One of the better views we've had in the last couple of days. So we have seen a bit of a break from the rampant smoke, but it's not completely gone, and it's likely not going to be completely gone, unfortunately, for a while yet. 60 now in Mitchell as well as Yankton, 61 Spencer, Sisseton, Aberdeen, and Pierre, 63 in Rapid City, with some mid-50s toward Watertown and Marshall, both at 57, 59 in Ortonville, 61 as you head into Faith. Dew points are also generally in check in the 50s, so it's going to be a decently comfortable day to get outside, with temperatures climbing back into the low to mid-80s across much of the region. East River, West River, just a little bit warmer. High pressure is going to keep things very quiet for at least the first 4 or so days of the new month, but we do have some much needed rain in the forecast. Not a lot, but we do at least have something there. Details on that coming up.
All right, thank you very much, Adam. Well, South Dakota's official Nosh drew people to Freeman on Saturday. The Chislik Festival featured plenty of food, live music, and games in celebration of this traditional meat popularized by early German immigrants to the state.
People are looking for good, and this is good. This is people coming together and enjoying each other's company and supporting each other and supporting the community. There's a real desire for people to do that, I think, and this is just a platform on which people can jump off of and do that.
Last year's Chislik Festival was suspended because of the pandemic. Organizers are planning an even bigger event next summer. Tourists are going out on a limb to enjoy camping outings in the Black Hills. The Buffalo Ridge Resort in Custer is now renting out tree houses, and they're booking up fast.
This year, we just announced the grand opening of our unique tree houses. So we have 4 tree houses that are whimsical and have their own flair and custom style.
Along with the tree houses, the resort offers glamping tents, teepees, as well as a full campground. Ephemeral Productions brings the magic of New York City to Sioux Falls with a performance of Broadway and Beyond. Bring your lawn chairs and enjoy Broadway's musical classics at McKinnon Park. The free performance starts at 2 o'clock. The Madison Car Show features classic cars and pickups on display at historic Prairie Village. The show gets underway at 11 a.m. Awards will be presented at 3:30. Admission is $6 for adults, $2 for children. The Garrettson American Legion is hosting a French toast and sausage breakfast. Serving time is 9 to 1. The Jagged Annies are the featured performers during Sangria Sunday at Strawbale Winery in Renner. The gates open at noon and the music starts at 1. Admission is $5 a person or $10 a carload. Wild Prairie Winery in Brandon is hosting Sunday in the Vineyard. Enjoy an afternoon of wine, beer, and live music by James Dean from 2 to 5. The Sioux Falls Municipal Band performs 2 free concerts today. The band will play Frank Sinatra songs at Grand Living at Lake Lorraine at 3 o'clock, followed by an 8 p.m. concert of Sousa favorites at the Terrace Park Band Shell. And enjoy a night of racing at Huset's Speedway in Brandon. Gates open at 4:30, hot laps are at 7:30, the races start at 8. Tickets are $25, $12 for students, and free for children 12 and under. Adam?
Well, it'll still be a pretty nice day to get outside if you have the chance to do so, but be mindful of the very high UV index, which will give a safe sun time of 15 to 30 minutes, and the poor air quality at times with smoke still lingering in the atmosphere. Beyond that, as long as you take it easy and don't overdo it, it's still a nice afternoon on the way to get outside with seasonable temperatures and low humidity. But this is the air quality issue I'm talking about. You see those shades of green and almost yellow that come up on occasion? That's moderately unhealthy air quality that's going to be sticking around more often than not, even as we head into the middle of the week. So you will want to keep that in mind. High pressure will slide into Minnesota as we head through today into Monday, keeping us dry. But also our winds are going to turn to the south, which will begin to help bring in some warmer temperatures by the middle of the week, more so by the end of the week into the weekend. But you notice, though, it is going to stay pretty quiet and very dry as we head through midweek. It won't be until Wednesday evening into Thursday as a cold front moves through the area that we finally see an opportunity for some showers and thunderstorms. But even then, the chances are not looking all that great in terms of widespread relief. From there, we watch the thermometer. As I said, above average temperatures come back in, and by the first weekend of August, we are likely going to be well within the 90s across the board. So if you've been a fan of the more seasonable start to the month that we've had, you are going to want to keep in mind that that does not last. By the weekend into the start of next week, chances for above average temperatures skew toward the higher end of the scale. Highs today, though, are seasonable. Upper 70s to low 80s, East River, mid to upper 80s to the west, with lows tonight falling once again into the 50s. So we do have another comfortable night on the way. Your 7-day forecast is dry through Wednesday, but by the end of the week, we do bring in that chance for some scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms, which comes at a good time, considering we'll be back in the 90s by that point as well. Have a great day, everybody. For more on your local news, weather, and sports, you can always head on over to KELOLAND.com.